Now, most people don't update their resumes until something catastrophic happens. They get fired, they get laid off, their department gets shut down, the company goes bankrupt, and then all of a sudden, updating their resume is number one on their priority list. But it shouldn't take something that drastic to keep your resume top of mind. What's up, you guys? I'm Tamika. I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. I specialize in transforming bland, lackluster resumes and LinkedIn profiles into powerful selling tools that help corporate mid-level, management, and executive professionals land interviews 2 times faster. So for this video, we are going to be talking about some clear signs that it is time to update your resume. Now, most people don't update their resumes until something catastrophic happens. They get fired, they get laid off, their department gets shut down, the company goes bankrupt, and then all of a sudden, updating their resume is number one on their priority list. But it shouldn't take something that drastic to keep your resume top of mind. In fact, there tend to be several signs that it's time to get your resume updated way before something like that happens. And we're going to talk about them right now. Let's get into it. Number 1 is missing information. In a previous video, I did talk about the top items that tend to be outdated on a resume, which included jobs, educational accomplishments, and new skills and specialties. If you take a look at your resume right now and you realize that your current position is missing, or your last couple of positions are missing, or your latest promotion is not there, the latest degree or certification that you've completed or achieved is not listed on there, as well as any new skills or specialties that you've learned. Maybe you became a master at project management, maybe you learned a new software, maybe your organizational leadership skills are like A1 and you've really mastered that. That's something that you want to make sure that you add to your resume as soon as you accomplish those things. Ideally, every single time that you make a career move or you accomplish something that is going to boost your value as an employee or boost your value to a company, you need to make sure that you add that to your resume as soon as possible. So number 2 is if it starts with an objective statement. Objective statements are so 1990s and recruiters do not want to see them on your resume anymore. They could care less about how you want to join a thriving, successful company and use your skills to advance and yada, 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 whatever that 1 or 2 sentences is. These days, it's all about powerful and targeted summaries that pack a punch. Targeted summaries and qualification summaries talk about the years of experience that you have, the value that you've brought to your previous roles, and it can even highlight some key skills that's listed in the job description or talk about some key wins that you've had in your previous position that make you a good qualified candidate for the role that you are applying to. So if your resume begins with an objective statement, that is a clear sign that you need to reach out to a resume writer like your girl and get that updated right away. Number 3 is if it has a boring design. So if your resume is in all black and white, if it has no color whatsoever, if it has no shading, no borders, no graphics, no shapes, no elements, just nothing, just completely all black and white, then that's a clear sign that it's time to get it updated. Back in the day, black and white resumes were considered professional, whereas adding color to your resume was actually considered unprofessional. But these days, having color on your resume is completely fine. In fact, it's actually expected and can play a major part in making you stand out from other people or other applicants who are applying for the same job as you. You don't have to overdo it. You can use a subtle color or a bold color, but make sure that it's not overwhelming and that it doesn't take away from the actual content of the document. So number 4 is if the information that is on your resume does not reflect where you're trying to go, or if the information that's on the document is irrelevant altogether. I can remember working with a client who, when we spoke on the phone, she let me know that she was actually a project manager. But the resume that she had sent to me prior to us speaking for her consultation call had all HR experience on it. So that let me know that she hadn't updated her resume in quite some time. If you are in a new field, a new position, or a new industry, or you did some sort of a career move or career pivot altogether, then you need to make sure that you add those new experiences to your resume. Cutting old jobs that are no longer relevant to what you're currently doing in your career is a great way to keep your resume lean, meaty, and full of the most relevant information. And number 5 is completely obvious. If you are not getting any callbacks whatsoever during your job search process, that is a clear sign that it's time to update your resume. So if you're applying to jobs day and night, night and day, and you're not getting any interview requests, you're not getting any phone calls, you're not getting any emails at all, that is a clear sign that it's time to update your resume. Let me tell you something. Recruiters know when they've struck gold in a candidate. They will not hesitate to email you back, call you back, schedule an interview ASAP if they feel like, based on the resume that you've submitted, that you are going to be a solid, qualified candidate for the role that they are applying to. But they will reject you just as quickly if you are not matching what they're looking for. For every 10 jobs that you apply to, you should at least be getting 2 to 3 interviews or callbacks if your resume is solid. But if you're applying to dozens of jobs and you're not hearing anything, like crickets, then that's a clear sign that it's time to do something about your resume. So those are some clear signs that it's time to get your resume updated. Just a quick recap: missing information, a boring design, having an objective statement, irrelevant information, and not getting callbacks. If you had a "oh snap, I really need to update my resume" moment while watching this video, then this video has served its purpose. If you need assistance with your resume, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. You can visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com, or feel free to email me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. And lastly, before I end this video, I wanted to encourage you to please subscribe to my Tamika's Career Tea email newsletter. So as a member of my email list, you will be receiving bi-weekly career, LinkedIn, and resume tips and hints to keep you on top of your A game. I'll be sure to include the link below so that you can officially subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you all next week with another video. Bye guys.